Hey guys, I'm here to tell you about an upcoming class that I'm offering here in the studio. This is the first time for me to try to do a 6-week course here at the Treehouse Studio. It's going to start March 5th and run till April 2nd. And we're going to do mixed media. It's called Lush Layers. All right, so I will show you a few examples of some mixed media art, and then we're going to talk about stencil making because that's going to be one of the focuses that we're going to have during the workshop. So this is an abstract I did some time ago. I like doing abstracts, but you're not going to be limited to that. Here is a sample of like a little flower I did using paint swatches, and you can see the silver squares down below. That was achieved with a spray stencil. And what else do I have? I've got one more little small ATC sized piece to show you with text from found books and spray stencil and hand-drawn lines. So we're going to use drawing materials. We're going to use spray paint. We may get out the sewing machine and use that. And nothing's off limits in this course. And the way I have it designed is the first 3 sessions, or the first 3 class periods, we're going to explore stencils. And I think I'll actually take you guys to the dollar store and the first stencils that you will acquire. And keep in mind, these stencils are things that you're going to make and purchase and have that you will take with you after the class. And we're going to do a little field trip to the dollar store. This is one of my favorite all-time stencils. It's a plate holder, a plastic holder that you use, and I think they come in a set if they still have these over there. And so you guys can split these up, buy a set and for $1 and then share them with each other. This is a baking pan, and again, this comes in like a set of 2 or something. You could purchase this, cut it in half, and you could have 4 stencils, in theory. Again, $1. Fly swatter is this is another one of my favorite stencils. So we'll talk a lot about, recycling everyday household things that you can get for $1. Anything with open spaces is potentially a stencil. And so you'll go home with a stash of these. But in addition to that, we will be making stencils like this one. This was created on my Cameo stencil making machine. So I will ask you guys to come up with some line art. You can either find the line art online through free clip art sites, or you can hand draw something, and we'll cut it out using the stencil cutting machine. So everybody will have the opportunity to make their own stencils. We'll talk about store-bought stencils, and I'll give you some online resources to find really groovy store-bought stencils. Stencil Girl, and there's some other ones online. So yeah, spray stencils. That is going to be one of the focuses of the workshop. The other thing is just learning how to layer it. We may do if anybody's interested, we can do an experiment where we layer it up, and then sand back. That's a fun exercise to get some depth and layering on your stencils. We'll talk a little bit about the design elements and how to create a good composition, but the main focus is just going to be 3 whole class periods of creating these stencils and then spray painting on top of some of my existing patterns and collage papers and vintage books and things. We're going to use all these papers that I have, spray paint on top of them with cool gold metallics and just beautiful colors, and we'll be building this stash of papers that we will later use. And also we'll use the day of, probably making bookmarks and little cards and things. So even as you're focused on making your papers, you may be creating little small gifty kind of items like bookmarks and things, but mostly you'll be amassing the stash of layered collage papers that then we'll use the last 3 class periods to create a work of art on a wooden substrate of some sort, a little cradle board, that sort of thing. So that's the class. It's going to be tons of fun because mixed media is something I'm incredibly passionate about. And I have tons of materials for us to play with, from watercolor to spray paint to Neocolor crayons, which glide on top of any kind of media. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a daytime event, workshop, running consecutively every Thursday, starting March 5th, running till April 2nd, 11 o'clock to, I think it's 11 o'clock to, it's 3 hours or something anyway. But anyway, I'll put the link to the Eventbrite sign up below. I hope you can make it. I'm keeping it small this first time because I'm learning as I go. I want to keep it small so there's a lot of hands-on help. And let's build this class together and come into it. Let me know what you want to get out of it, and I will tailor it to your needs, and we're going to make some amazing artwork. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you can join us and learn about luscious layers.